A kitchen appliance built in 1975 lasted 20 to 25 years. Today, that same machine fails in 7 to 10. 1 in 6 repair calls now ends with the technician walking away because the fix costs more than the machine is worth. But veteran repairmen will tell you there are exactly 5 appliances still worth saving. And they all share one thing the industry quietly engineered out of everything else. In the late 1970s, a top freezer refrigerator or a basic gas range was expected to run for 20 to 25 years, sometimes even longer. Today, the same categories of appliances are lucky to last 7 to 10 years. The numbers are consistent across every major survey and warranty dataset. Average service life for a new refrigerator has dropped from over 2 decades to barely a decade. Ovens and cooktops have followed the same path, with modern models now failing in half the time their mechanical ancestors managed. The reason isn't just cheaper materials or changing consumer habits. The early 1992 brought a wave of integrated electronics, including printed circuit boards, digital displays, and microprocessor controls, into machines that used to rely on switches, thermostats, and relays. The share of appliances built with electronic control modules jumped from just over 10% in 1992 to nearly 80% by 2022. These boards aren't just sensitive to power surges or moisture. They're expensive to replace and often tied to proprietary software. When a control board fails, the cost of repair can shoot past $400, instantly crossing the so-called 50% rule. If the fix costs more than half the price of a new unit, it's not worth doing. Manufacturers routinely discontinue spare parts 7 to 10 years after a model leaves production. That means a single failed board or discontinued relay can turn a still solid appliance into scrap, even if every mechanical part is working. The industry quietly shifted from durable mechanics to disposable electronics, not to make kitchens safer or more efficient, but to make regular replacement the new normal. Technicians are turning away more repair jobs than ever before. 17% of service calls now get denied before a single screw is turned. The reasons are blunt. Either the part is discontinued or the fix just isn't worth the money. The industry's unwritten motto is the 50% rule. If the repair costs more than half the price of a new appliance, you walk away. That's not just shop talk. In a nationwide survey of nearly 1 million repair orders, technicians admitted they use the 50% threshold in almost 8 out of 10 cost decisions. If the bill creeps over that line, the answer is always the same: replace it. A simple part can tip the scale. Take a gas range with a dead igniter, a $20 component. If the part's available, it's a quick, cheap swap. But if the manufacturer has already stopped making it, the whole range is headed for the curb. The same logic applies to control boards and relays. Once a single part gets discontinued, the entire machine becomes disposable, no matter how solid the rest of it is. This is the money yardstick every household needs. Before green-lighting a repair, check if the cost is under half the price of a replacement. If it's just a $20 or $40 fix, don't let anyone talk you into tossing the whole appliance. But when the estimate climbs past that 50% mark, the part's vanished for good. It's time to start shopping. That's the line technicians live by, and the reason so many appliances get replaced for want of a single missing piece. The gas range, stripped of digital extras, stands out as the first appliance worth repairing. Its core is mechanical, with brass burner valves, a simple thermostat, and an igniter. When something breaks, it's almost always the igniter or oven gasket. Replacing an igniter costs just $30 to $40, and even with labor, repairs rarely exceed $150 to $300. Compare that to a new range, which runs $900 to $1,400. The calculation is clear. Fix what's simple. But once touchscreens replace dials, repairs get expensive fast. Control boards are costly, often discontinued, and can push the bill beyond the price of a new unit. Chest freezers follow the same logic. They are basic, with one compressor, one thermostat, a door seal. Most repairs involve swapping a gasket, costing $30 to $80. Even a compressor replacement stays reasonable at $150 to $350, provided the freezer is under 12 years old. New chest freezers cost $1,100 to $1,600. Extra features only add complexity and cost. Slot 3 belongs to the pre-2015 KitchenAid Stand Mixer, a machine built with all metal gears, zinc worm, steel drive shaft, aluminum housing. The worm gear, an $8 to $15 part, is designed to fail first, protecting the motor. Full gear rebuilds cost $50 to $100 in parts, with repairs rarely taking more than 45 minutes. For a $350 to $500 mixer, that's a small price for decades of service. After 2015, KitchenAid switched to nylon and plastic gears, cheaper but far less durable. As one engineer put it, the metal gear trains keep going, the plastic ones don't come back. Next is the basic top mount fridge, freezer above, fridge below, no ice maker, no dispenser. Its strength is simplicity, mechanical thermostat, compressor, no water line to leak. Failures usually mean a $10 to $15 start relay, not a $950 to $1,250 replacement. Yet most owners replace the whole fridge, missing a fix under $25. Extra features multiply failure points and repair costs. Simpler designs last longer and are far more likely to be worth fixing. Cast iron or stainless steel gas cooktops with no glass and no electronics are in a league of their own. These machines are built for the long haul. 20, even 30 years isn't uncommon. The secret is mechanical simplicity. Brass valves, cast iron grates, a spark module to light the flame. That's it. When something goes wrong, it's almost always the spark igniter or the valve. Replacing a spark module runs $85 to $120. Compare that to the price of a new cooktop, $1,200 to $1,600 for a similar 4-burner model. The numbers aren't even close. There's no touchscreen to fail, no glass ceramic surface to crack and force a full replacement. And if a burner valve sticks or leaks, a new part costs $30 to $60, not hundreds. Every part is accessible. Every repair is straightforward. That's why, in the repair trade, the rule is simple. If it has a flame and metal grates, I'll fix it. If it has a screen, I'll replace it. When a manufacturer stops making parts, it's not just an inconvenience, it's a hard stop. Parts for most appliances vanish 7 to 10 years after a model hits the end of the production line. Once a control board or a simple relay gets discontinued, the entire machine is done for, no matter how sturdy the rest of it is. The Federal Trade Commission found that 40 to 50% of all major kitchen appliance replacements in the past decade were economically unnecessary. In plain language, nearly half of those fridges, ovens, and freezers could have kept running if a single part had been available. Instead, they end up in the landfill. An FTC analyst put it bluntly, unavailability of parts is the biggest barrier to repair. The industry calls this the parts cliff, a deliberate scarcity that turns a single missing component into a mountain of waste. It's not about safety or efficiency, it's a business model built on forced obsolescence. That's why policy fixes are on the table, because without new rules, the parts cliff will keep swallowing perfectly good machines. Oregon's new law takes a direct swing at the biggest repair obstacle of them all, software locks and parts pairing. Starting in July 2024, manufacturers in Oregon can't force you to buy a bundled repair contract just to get a replacement part. That means when a control board or thermostat dies, you can order the component by itself, no strings attached. The ban on parts pairing is a first in the country, and it's already changing how repairs get done. California's Senate Bill 244, effective the same month, forces appliance makers to supply parts, manuals, and diagnostic tools for at least 7 years after a sale if the machine costs over $500. For cheaper models, the window is 3 years, still longer than what most brands were offering just 2 years ago. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Miele have stepped up, promising 12 to 15 years of part support on most major appliances. A Whirlpool manager summed it up: "If you bought it in 2021, you'll be able to fix it in 2033. These laws don't just help technicians, they give every owner a fighting chance to keep a solid machine running, instead of watching it head to the curb over a missing relay or a lockdown circuit board. The door is finally open for real long-term ownership. Right now, 17% of repairs end with a write-off because fixing costs more than buying new. That's no accident. If it has a flame and metal grates, I'll fix it. If it has a screen, I'll replace it. That's the reality this industry banks on. What do you think?"